So far, in fiscal year 2017, the Nashua Police Department has seized nearly $400,000 in money and property fighting the drug epidemic. But if House Bill 614 becomes law, drug forfeiture money, as it's called, may not be there for Nashua and other municipalities that count on it.
This would decimate our ability to fight and interdict drugs at the level we have been in the past.
Right now, agencies split the money with the federal government through what's called the Equitable Sharing Program. 20% goes to the feds, 80% back to the departments that conducted the investigation. This can happen even without a criminal conviction, something State Rep Mike Sylvia says is a violation of a suspect's rights.
Most people understand that that's not terribly fair. It bypasses due process. Someone could have their property taken without having committed a crime.
In 2016, New Hampshire adopted a law that would require a criminal conviction before assets could be distributed, but law enforcement is able to bypass that through the Equitable Sharing Program. Nashua Police Chief Andrew Lavoie says that's because it's considered a civil seizure.
It gets prosecuted in front of a federal judge by a United States attorney, and a federal judge decides if it should be seized, what portion should be seized.
I would certainly hope that we are not taking assets from people who are innocent, but it has happened. I don't have anything to point to in state, but certainly in other states nationwide, it has been a problem.
Sylvia, a Republican from Belmont, authored the bill, which would require any seizure under $100,000 to require a criminal conviction. Then that money would stay within the state. According to Sylvia, 92% of seizures are below that threshold. The bill would split up the money locally. After expenses, 45% would stay with the local agency, another 45% would go to the state's drug forfeiture fund, and the Department of Health and Human Services would receive the remaining 10%.
If we're stopping criminals, it doesn't really matter where the money goes, but the due process is really the big thing.
Sylvia estimates $40,000 would have been transferred from Nashua to the state last year had this already been in place. Chief Lavoie says they use every penny in their fight against drug dealers or prevention education.
It costs me approximately $100,000 a year to run my undercover narcotics unit. That's not counting salaries. Not one dime of that comes out of my budget. That's all money that we use from forfeitures.
States can't do this alone. We can't be in a box in New Hampshire and just stay within that box.
State police also share concerns that this bill would limit funds for equipment and training and affect their working relationship with federal agencies like the FBI and DEA.
We could still work together, but it wouldn't be at the level that we are now.
We're in the worst drug epidemic in the history that anyone can think of. How on earth do we think it's a good idea to be taking what, for Nashua, is one of our biggest weapons?
Well, the bill passed out of the House in early March by a vote of 219 to 139. Now it heads to the Senate, where the Judiciary Committee will be discussing it tomorrow. We're live in Nashua tonight. Siobhan Lopez, WMUR News 9.